Hello and welcome to the Barchester timesheet approval process training video. As you're aware, Barchester Healthcare work with a number of agencies to provide staff when shifts cannot be covered via full or part-time bank staff. All agencies providing healthcare staff, including nurses and carers, are required to submit timesheets via the 247 time system. There is no other way for agencies to be paid for their services in providing these staff. Barchester agencies fall into two distinct categories: preferred suppliers or PSL agencies and non-preferred suppliers or non-PSL agencies. Your PSL agencies offer better rates and terms of business and should always be used if possible. The process for PSL agencies and non-PSL agencies differs very slightly, meaning you'll have two separate logins to the system. You will only need to use one username and password, and you will be able to switch between accounts. But it is vital that you ensure all timesheet submissions are assessed and either approved or rejected in both methods. There is a simple weekly schedule of events. On week 1, agency staff are booked by the home, and the agency then load the workers' details onto 247 time and allocate them to a role. Week 2, the agency staff will work at the home and get a paper timesheet signed by an authorised person. On week 3, the agency will enter the hours worked plus upload a copy of the signed paper timesheet. Agencies have until 11 AM on a Tuesday to complete this. You then have from 11 AM on Tuesday until 5 PM each Wednesday to assess those timesheets and either approve them or reject them. On Wednesday evening, 247 time generates a payment file and an agency invoice. This is from the approved hours only, and Barchester use this file to pay their agencies within their agreed terms. When you first log into the system, you will need to enter your username and password. If you have any problems, there is a forgot password link, or you can contact 247 time by email, ideally, or by telephone. Once you have successfully logged in, you will see a notices area. This is used for Barchester to communicate any important information regarding 247 time and agencies to you, and it is in conjunction with your intranet. You will mainly be using the timesheet function. First, we will cover non-PSL timesheets. When you click onto timesheets, you will see a number of lines for all candidates that have worked at the home in the past week or previous weeks. Any timesheets in grey will be for candidates that worked in the past week. Any timesheets in pink or in yellow are for previous weeks. To check the information, all you need to do is download a copy of the paper timesheet and check, is this the right candidate? Did they work at your home? Is it for the right week worked? And there is a week ending date, which is the Sunday here, for the right agency and the right job. If that is correct, you can then check the hours that have been signed off on the timesheet against the hours submitted by the agency. All hours are shown in decimals. Therefore, 8.5 hours is 8.5 hours, or 8.75 hours are 8 3/4 hours. If all of the information is correct, you simply click approve and save. If any of the information is incorrect, you can click on notes and leave the relevant information for the agency, such as no timesheet uploaded or timesheet not signed. then do not click approve, but do click save. This will then result in a message being available for the agency to read your notes, and they can then correct any errors. On both the PSL and non-PSL timesheet pages, on the far right, you'll see a section that says View Rates. If you press this function, a pop-up will show you how much you are paying the agency for those services. These are the rates that have been agreed by procurement, and they are locked and embedded into the system. Once you have completed your non-PSL timesheets, you can switch account at the top right of the screen, and you'll be able to switch account to your PSL login without having to log back out and log back in again. And you can switch between PSL and non-PSL at any point. When looking at the PSL timesheets, you'll notice the view is slightly different. On this view, you'll see the daily total hours and the standard hours. For Barchester, this is all hours worked within that 24-hour period, and the standard hours just show the day rate hours. To check the timesheets, again, you go to Timesheets and Download, and look at the start, end times, and any breaks that have been signed off by the authorised person at your home. Next, you'll click View Hours. When you click View Hours, a pop-up will show you the days of the week, Monday to Sunday, and where the agency have entered hours from the start time to the end time, with any breaks that have been deducted. For any candidate working on a Sunday evening, you'll see that they can start at, say, 8 o'clock on a Sunday evening and submit timesheets through to Monday morning. This is only for candidates who have started work on Sunday and worked into Monday. If all information is correct and matches the timesheet, you can click Cancel to shut the pop-up. If the agency have made a small mistake, for instance, the candidate went home an hour early for a dentist appointment, you can alter the submission by left-clicking on your mouse and dragging left to remove hours, or by left-clicking and dragging right to add hours. If you've done that, please press Save to close the pop-up. And then please add any notes. For instance, 1 hour removed on Monday as Dr. Jones had a dentist appointment. The timesheet painter should always match the hours that have been signed off in the home. If they don't and you don't want to change those hours, please ensure you do not approve the timesheet line. You add notes and save. One of the most important things to do is check historical timesheets and ensure you don't have any duplications. Historical timesheets can either be yellow for an amended timesheet, where a timesheet has been submitted previously and then there's a change, or it can be pink for any historical timesheets, either a timesheet you haven't previously approved for any reason, or a timesheet added late by the agency. Maybe the candidate had submitted the timesheet to the agency late. You cannot approve a yellow or pink timesheet in the current week. Simply look at the date for the week ending date and change the date at the top right of the page to match that date. You can either type that date in, or even easier, click on the calendar icon and click on the week ending date that matches that timesheet line. Then press View, which will be on the right hand side of the page. Once you have gone to the correct week, it is vital you check a timesheet has not been previously approved for the same candidate doing the same job. To do this, in the Find box, simply enter all or part of the candidate name. So if John Rogers was the candidate, enter Rogers and press Search, which will be on the right hand side of the page. This will bring up any timesheets for that week for that candidate. If the same timesheet has been submitted twice or the same hours, You can leave a note saying duplicate timesheet, save that note, but do not approve. Occasionally, you'll have timesheets that are submitted because a day or hours were missed off. So if you previously approved a timesheet for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and a new timesheet was there for Friday and Saturday, you know that if it's all correct, it's fine to approve and save that timesheet. It is vital that you either approve and save a timesheet or you add notes and save a timesheet. Without any notes, the agency will not know why a candidate's timesheet hasn't been approved and why they're not being paid. This could lead to agencies removing staff from your premises. If there is any problem with the timesheets, click Notes, add the note, and click Save. The final area of interest for yourselves will be the Candidates tab. When you click the Candidates tab, you can then search for a candidate that's working at your home. For instance, if you put John Rogers into the search box and click Search, up will come John's profile. The profile will contain limited information, but most importantly of all, the agency should have uploaded all required documents as stipulated by Barchester. Here you can access those documents by clicking on the blue link and view to check that all of the relevant documents are correct and in date. In summary, your login will take you to either the non-PSL or PSL agency timesheets. You will need to switch account at the top right of the page to ensure you have checked both PSL and non-PSL agency timesheets. It is vital you remember to check historical timesheets have not already been processed. If an agency adds it the second time, it is important not to approve these and to leave the relevant note. Please ensure you do log in every week between 11 AM on Tuesday and 5 PM on Wednesday and take the relevant action to approve or reject timesheets by leaving a note. Agencies are only paid for timesheets you approve, so it is vital you do this each week. It is also vital you leave any notes for any unapproved timesheets. If you have any questions, you can refer to your intranet. Also, you can contact Hazel Harkin, the Supplier Relationship Coordinator, for any operational support required, and Hazel's contact details are here. If there are any system or technical queries, please in the first instance email support@247time. We operate a ticketing system and we'll be able to respond to your query as soon as possible. If your query is urgent, please do ring us and quote the ticket number you received from the email.